Hello friends. On June 12, 2026, something happened that investors had been waiting years for. SpaceX went public on the Nasdaq under the ticker SPCX, and it instantly became the largest IPO in stock market history, raising $75 billion at $135 per share. That gave the company a valuation of $1.75 trillion, surpassing Saudi Aramco's long-standing record. By the end of day one, shares had already climbed to $161, a 19% pop. So if you have been wondering whether you can actually buy SpaceX stock now, the answer is yes. And in this video, we are going to walk through exactly how to do it, what you are really buying, and the risks every investor needs to understand before putting a single dollar in. Let's get into it. Alright, before you open your brokerage app, here is what you are actually buying. SPCX is Class A common stock in Space Exploration Technologies Corp., which is no longer just a rocket company. Think of it as 4 businesses under one roof. First, the launch business, Falcon 9 and the next-generation Starship rocket. Second, Starlink, a satellite internet service with over 10 million subscribers across 164 countries. Third, SpaceX AI, the AI division formed when SpaceX absorbed XAI in February 2026, which owns the Grok AI model and the X social platform. And fourth, pending regulatory approval, Cursor, the popular AI coding tool. That last one is brand new, and we will come back to it. The key point right now is that you are buying a sprawling technology empire, not simply a rocket company. And that shapes the risk profile completely. Now let me show you how simple the actual buying process is. You need a brokerage account that lists Nasdaq stocks. Robinhood, Fidelity, and Charles Schwab all work, and they all offered SPCX starting on day 1 of trading. Step 1 is open your brokerage account if you do not already have one. Step 2 is search the ticker SPCX. There is no waiting list. No special access required. Step 3 is place your order. You can use a market order, which buys at whatever the current price is, or a limit order, where you set the maximum price you are willing to pay. One more thing worth knowing. Several platforms, including Robinhood, offer fractional shares, so you can invest any dollar amount you choose, even if a full share costs more than you want to spend. The barrier to entry here is genuinely low, but the risk is not, and here is why. Here is the interesting part, and it is something a lot of first-time investors miss entirely. SpaceX uses a dual-class share structure. When you buy SPCX, you get Class A shares, which carry 1 vote each. Elon Musk holds Class B shares, which carry 10 votes each. The result is that even though Musk owns roughly 42 to 47% of the economic equity, he controls over 78% of the votes. In practice, that means public shareholders have no meaningful say over board decisions, acquisitions, or strategy. You can see exactly what this looks like in real life. In February 2026, SpaceX absorbed XAI with 0 shareholder vote. Then on June 16th, just 4 days after the IPO, SpaceX announced a $60 billion acquisition of Anysphere, the company behind the AI coding tool Cursor. Again, no vote required. That is the structure you are accepting when you buy this stock. Let's talk numbers, because they tell a story that is more nuanced than the headlines suggest. SpaceX reported $18.7 billion in total revenue for 2025. But the company posted a net loss of $4.94 billion for the same year. So how do both of those things exist at once? It comes down to the segments. Starlink is the engine. It generated $11.4 billion in revenue and $4.4 billion in segment operating profit. That is the only part of the business consistently in the green. The space launch segment brought in another $4.1 billion but spent heavily on Starship development, running at a loss. In the AI division, SpaceX AI generated $3.2 billion in revenue but burned through $6.35 billion in operating costs. So the simple mental model is this. Starlink is funding the AI and rocket ambitions. It is a bet that today's losses become tomorrow's profits. Whether you believe that is the whole investment thesis. Now, SPCX is not the only way to get exposure to the space economy. And for some investors, it may not be the right fit at all. 2 popular alternatives are space sector ETFs like UFO, the Procure Space ETF, or the TEMA Space Innovators ETF, with the ticker NASA. These hold a basket of space-related companies, so one bad bet does not sink the whole position. You could also look at individual names like Rocket Lab, ticker RKLB, a publicly traded small-cap launch competitor. Then there is the valuation question. Morningstar's analyst put SpaceX's fair value at $780 billion as a company, roughly $63 per share, well below the $135 IPO price. At the June 16th peak near $225, that was a gap of more than 3 to 1. Morningstar is one view, not the only view, but it captures the core tension. You are paying a very high price for a future that is not guaranteed. That brings us to the final question. Alright, let's bring it all together. Buying SPCX is as simple as opening a brokerage account and searching the ticker. But simple to buy does not mean simple to evaluate. Before you put money in, ask yourself 3 questions. First, what is your time horizon? Analysts estimate GAAP profitability may not arrive until 2027 or 2028 at the earliest. Can you handle the ride until then? Second, what is your risk tolerance? This company posted a $4.94 billion net loss in 2025 and is spending heavily on AI. The stock trades at a very high premium to what fundamental analysts think it is worth. Third, are you comfortable with the governance structure? As we saw with the $60 billion Cursor deal announced just days after the IPO, major decisions happen without any shareholder vote. None of that makes SPCX a bad investment. It makes it a specific kind of investment. Do your own research and consider speaking with a financial advisor before deciding. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.